Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zen Within Yoga with Michelle. I'm Michelle. Today, we'll be doing a slow flow practice to offer a feel good glow. So, just really slowing things down, feeling into your body, breathing into the body, stretching, and just really allow yourself to go on a little journey through each pose, through each offering, and see what the body has to say today. I'll be incorporating some yoga blocks and a blanket to pad the knees, and maybe you'd like to bring that in for your Shavasana as well. So if you'd like to go grab those things, and I will meet you back on your mat. All right, my friends, let's start with sitting on a block. So I'm just bringing that block right underneath the hips, the sit bones, and having one foot in front of the other, doesn't matter which one. And just really allowing the pelvic floor to have a little bit of a tilt forward to open up the hips and just create a little space already. So already inviting in this openness, this space. And I always feel like when the hips are elevated, it just allows me to even lengthen the spine, the torso, the chest, everything kind of just opens and lengthens, which feels really good. Great way to start the practice. And let's just get started with the hands on the knees or on the thighs, palms facing down, soften in your shoulders. Closing the eyes and taking a full breath in through the nose, filling up the belly. Taking an open mouth exhale. Once again, big breath in. Open mouth exhale out. And one more. Inhale fully. Slow this open mouth exhale. Pulling the belly button towards the spine, really contracting everything out, or in, I should say. Beautiful. Now just soften the belly, soften the shoulders. Taking a moment to just check in. Notice how your energy is today. Noticing any sensations in the body. Maybe the body's been holding some stress, some tension, some inflammation. Or emotionally, maybe some anger, frustration, sadness, trauma. And just allowing yourself to be real here with yourself, with what you're feeling. And then taking this time to commit to what you want to offer yourself. So maybe that is letting go of one of those emotional feelings or sensations that have been in the body and that you know aren't serving your highest good, your mindset, or where you want to be right now. And through this flow, you're going to allow yourself to let that go. And allow yourself to feel good, to receive a feel good glow by the end of your practice. And let's close that commitment with bringing the palms of our hands together, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra, and bowing our heads, and just committing that to yourself. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Beautiful. Releasing the hands, slowly batting the eyes. Let's get started. Let's come back off of the block. And let's just start with a little neck release. Sitting up nice and tall. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Nice stretch to the left side of your neck. And then let's extend that left arm out. So fingertips first, just kind of tip or touch The fingertips touch the mat or the floor. Feeling that stretch to the top of the shoulder. And now lifting the hand just a few inches off of the floor, reaching through the fingers. So as though you're trying to reach for something, just adding a little extra length. And stretch here in the side of the neck, the trap. You may even feel this in the shoulder, the bicep. And make sure you're not gripping in the right hand. So make sure it's not gripping to the knee. Let the fingers soften, the hands soften. But we're actively reaching through the left hand. Relaxing your jaw. Let's take one more breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lower that left hand back down. Bring it back to the knee or to the thigh. And then very slowly bring the head back up to center. Feeling every little nuance as you bring the head back to center. Soften the shoulders. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. And now letting the left ear fall over to the left shoulder. Breathing into the right side of your neck. And let's extend that right arm out to the side, fingertips first, just touching the mat. And now lifting the fingertips, lifting the hand off the mat just a few inches and reach and lengthen through the fingers, the hand. Let's take one more breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Right hand comes back. Slowly, slowly bring the head back to center. Pause here. Let the shoulders soften. Taking a big breath in. And a big breath out. Beautiful. Opening the eyes. Let's just take some nice big shoulder rolls here. Kind of working our way down our body today. So starting with our mind first, right? As we set our intention and commitment for our practice. And then the neck and now the shoulders. Good. And taking one more flow, whichever direction feels good for you here. Beautiful. Let's extend the arms out, work the wrists a little bit. So we're going to flex the hands as though we're pressing into some invisible walls here. Draw the shoulders down the back. Good. Big stretch here, big inhale. And then as you exhale, drop the fingers down, make a fist, roll the fingers in, thumbs on top of the fingers, and then curl the fist in. You feel that stretch to the top of the forearm. And now start making some wrist circles here. Ooh, yeah, lots of popping and cracking going on for me. And then reverse. And then keep that rotation going as you bring your arms forward. Beautiful. Release that, just shake the hands out. And let's interlace the fingers, reach the hands forward, kind of making a fist with both of the hands. And then take an inhale, let's lengthen, reach the arms up. And then exhale, we're going to drop the hands back behind us, opening up the chest, opening up the front belly, getting a nice stretch to the triceps. Just hold here 3 breaths. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release the arms. Send them out to the side. Good. Bring the palms all the way down. And now let's give the legs a little break. We'll take a wide-legged forward fold here. So widening the legs, getting into the hamstrings. Maybe kind of shake the legs out. Beautiful. And then we want to actively press down through the thighs, the back to the thighs. Flex the feet, sending those toes up towards you. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen up nice and tall. Keep pressing down through the legs and then walking yourself forward. Now, this again is a feel-good flow. So we're not looking to pull or push to kind of prove anything of how deep or far we can come into our fold or our stretch here. It's really just feeling into the body, feeling into your body, and knowing when he or she is good. And just breathing there. We're going to take 5 more breaths, and through each breath, offering a little bit more space, a little bit more softening, a little bit more yumminess. And taking one more breath here, filling up your back, filling up the belly. Inhale through the nose, fill up the body. Taking a big open mouth, cleansing exhale. And walking the upper body back up. Pause here at the top. Soften the shoulders, press down through the sit bones. Keep pressing down through the thigh bones. Flex the feet. Lots of energy here. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And opening the eyes. Let's support the legs. Hands come underneath the knees. Bring the feet in towards one another. And take a little windshield wiper here. So just bring the hands back behind you. And windshield wiper the legs side to side. Beautiful. And from here, let's roll ourselves over, coming into a tabletop. And maybe adding, this is why I brought the blanket in, as well as for your Shavasana, but maybe you'd like a little extra padding under the knees. Since this is a feel-good flow, we want the body to feel good, and adding a little extra padding is there's nothing wrong with doing that. No judgment on that. Whatever feels good for you here. But making our way into our tabletop, shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. Let's work out the feet a little bit first. So just lift your feet and then point and flex through the feet. While we're doing this, our core is engaged, belly button to spine. And then taking some ankle circles here, rotate through the ankles. Going one direction and then the next. Beautiful. Lower the feet back down. Let's take 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, reach the heart forward, tailbone up towards the sky. And then exhale, press it away, dome through the spine, belly button to spine, chin to chest. Inhale back into your cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to a flat back, let's tuck the toes under, taking another variation of our cat and cow here. This time we're going to inhale, come into your cat. So doming the spine. Exhale, send the hips back to the heels. Inhale, come back up into your cat. And then exhale into your cow. This is one of my favorite flows. It always feels so good. Inhale into your cat. Exhaling it back. This is the feel good part for me. It really addresses the low back. Inhale back into your cat. Exhale, cow. Let's take this one more time. Inhale, cat. Exhale it back. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Neutral spine, untuck the toes, just tap the tops of your feet. Beautiful. And now let's send that right leg all the way back. Tuck the toes, press through the heel, sending that heel to the back of your mat. Core's engaged. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Now from here, we're going to send our right foot all the way up towards the right corner of our mat to the outside of your right hand. So just stepping it all the way up here, coming into a variation of lizard pose. You can walk the hands so they are a little further up in front, kind of underneath the shoulders. Good. And think of trying to send your hips, the hip flexors, the hip bones, to the mat. So we don't want to be holding back. We want to let the hips drop forward. And as we do that, draw the shoulders back. If your wrists are sensitive here, you can always just make a fist. Sometimes this feels better for me. Some days my wrists seem a little bit more sensitive than other days. I was just paying attention to how the body's feeling. Yeah, remember, we want it to feel good. We want to be able to breathe here. We're going to take 3 more breaths. Big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful. And now we're going to send the hips back, coming into half splits. So as you send the hips back, start lifting up the right toes, coming onto that right heel. Now this is maybe where you want to use your blocks, if that gives you some support. And I want you to keep reaching the arms forward and sinking the hips back. So not only are we attacking, or not attacking, that doesn't sound nice. That doesn't sound like it feels good. Not only are we addressing the hamstring here, but the low back, mid back as well, and shoulders. Engage your core, belly button to spine to support the low back. Let's take one more breath. Big breath in. Feel yourself breathe into the back. Open mouth, exhale. And then bringing yourself back forward. And then we're going to send that right leg all the way back, same way that we started. Toes are tucked under, press through the heel. Bring the hands back so they're aligned underneath your shoulders. Press through that heel, maybe take a few little bounces here. And then let's bring that knee back to the mat. Extend the left leg all the way back, tuck the toes, press through the heel. Lengthen, breathe. One more breath. And coming into our lizard variation, bringing that left foot all the way up towards that left corner of your mat, bending into that knee. Walk the hands a little further out in front of you so that we allow space for those hips to sink down. You can also maybe inch that extended leg back even more if that feels good for you. Draw the shoulders back. Inviting in softness. Notice where the body naturally wants to grip. Just doing your best to let that release a bit. 2 more breaths here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Making our way into our half splits. Start sending the hips back. Coming on to that left heel. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Trying to straighten that left leg. If the knee needs to be bent, that's perfectly fine. Just trying to feel into that hamstring. Two more breaths here. Big breath in. Big breath out. And flowing back forward. Bring the hands back in. Send that left leg all the way back out. Tucking the toes. Press through the heel. Good. Hold here. Big breath in. Big breath out. And let's juice it up a bit. So we're going to keep that left leg extended. And now we're going to add the right leg, coming into a plank. Core is nice and engaged. Holding here. One more breath. Big breath in. On this exhale, let's push it back into our downward facing dog. Nice. And then just adding some little movements that feel good here, or maybe some big movements. Maybe you rock the hips side to side. Always feels good to pedal the feet out. So lifting one heel up while you press the other down. Shifting the body side to side here. And let's pause here in our downward facing dog. So coming into your strongest and fullest version here. Trying to send those heels towards the mat, letting them be nice and heavy. Tailbone up towards the sky. Belly and chest towards the thighs. Ears between the biceps. Pressing up and out of the wrist. So you're pressing the upper body back. Let's take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Beautiful. Roll up onto the balls of the feet. Bend your knees generously. Bring the belly to the thighs. Look up in between your hands. So looking like a little stink bug right now. And then we're going to tippy toe ourselves on up to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold here. And let the head be nice and heavy. Grabbing onto opposite elbows. Take a few little rocks side to side. Holding here. Pausing here. Let the head be even heavier. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Release the arms down. Bend your knees. And then we're going to roll it up one vertebra at a time. Letting the arms just be little noodles here. letting the head be really heavy, chin into the chest. Roll up nice and slow. Making your way all the way up. Take a big shoulder roll. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, opening up the chest, coming into your mountain pose. Palms of the hands facing forward towards the top of your mat. Good. And find yourself root down through your feet. So maybe you take a few little shifts, move the feet. Feeling nice and strong here. Feeling this feel good energy flow already happening, your glow getting turned on. Taking a cleansing breath. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's reach the arms all the way up. Palms of the hands are going to come together and then drop them right down to the heart. Taking a big breath in. Big breath out. Coming back to that commitment that you made for yourself here in your practice as we begin to flow. We are all here to feel good and get that feel good glow going on. Let's take a big breath in. Big breath out. Reach the arms down, around. As you bring the arms up, let's send those hips back, coming into chair pose. Belly's engaged. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips even further back. Ooh, yeah. Taking another breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. From here, straighten the legs. And then we're going to step that right leg back, coming into warrior two. And always giving yourself permission to move the feet, find your foundation. Your feet don't need to land where they land when you step back. You always want to make sure your alignment is as it should be and feels good in the body. Good. Reaching the arms forward, sinking the hips down. Really reach through that front knee and the outer edge of the back foot. Taking an inhale. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, palms of the hands facing each other. So coming into our triangle legs, take an inhale. And now we're going to reverse this triangle. So we're going to bring that right hand back, reach up through those left fingers, and then reach the hand, the arm back. Opening up that left side body. Using your Ujjayi breath. One more breath. Inhale, start bringing the arms back out. We're going to come back into warrior two, so bending into that front knee. And now extended side angle. Left arm, forearm comes to that left thigh. And instead of just reaching your right arm over, let's bring the hand kind of by the ear, grazing it, and reach across. Yes, opening up that right side body. Actively reaching through the outer edge of your right foot. Left hand, jazz hand, spreading those fingers. Breathing here, draw the shoulders down. Even I tend to notice my shoulders by my ears. So draw the shoulders down, always finding where you can create more space. Notice where the body might be crunching up or gripping. Even here, checking in with your toes. Notice if they want to grip. Add a little softness. Invite in a little softness, a little release. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. From here, we're going to reach that right arm forward. And then we're going to make our way into a wide-legged forward fold at the long edge of our mat. So you're going to pivot on that left heel, send the toes forward, and then step that left foot so it's aligned with your right foot. Coming into a nice flat back, take an inhale, and then exhale, fold it down. Letting the head be heavy. Bring the hands back so that they are aligned with the arches of your feet. Bend the elbows, and you can always use your blocks here. Of course, if the hamstrings are tight or the low back, you can place your hands on your blocks, bringing the floor up to you with the blocks. Breathing here, nice, deep, purposeful breaths in and out through the nose. One more breath. Open mouth, exhale. And coming back into a flat back. So walk the hands back out in front of you. And from here, we're going to make our way to the back edge of our mat. So we're going to start walking towards the back end of your mat. You're going to pivot on that right heel. We're going to come into a low lunge here. So on the ball of that left foot, on the fingertips, or maybe the palms are all the way down. Lengthen through that left leg, reach through that right knee. Take a big inhale. Exhale it out. Place the palms down on your mat. Step that right leg all the way back, coming into plank pose. Holding here. Big breath in. On your exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Walking it out here. And then pause. 3 breaths. Let's take a cleansing breath on this last breath. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Rolling onto the balls of the feet. Bending the knees, looking up in between the hands. Tippy toe, walk up to the back end of your mat. Take a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rolling it up one vertebra at a time. Let the arms be heavy. Roll the shoulders back, coming into your mountain pose at the back of your mat. Let the heart beam forward, open, out. Palms of the hands facing forward. Hands are active. Feel the energy in your fingers, in your hands. Plug the shoulders down. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. Bring the arms up, coming into chair pose. Exhale it down. Holding here. Notice if the tailbone's sticking far out. We want to curl the tailbone in. Trying to keep the knees back behind the toes. Hold, big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, straighten the legs. And then we're going to step that left leg back, coming into warrior 2 on this side. So again, aligning your feet, your legs. Ideally, that front heel is aligned with the back arch. Good. So finding that placement for you. And make sure that the shoulders aren't, or the torso isn't too far forward or too far back. Keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. Beautiful. Hold here. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, palms of the hands facing each other. Good. Hold here. Big breath in. As you exhale, coming into your reverse triangle, left arm, left hand's going to come back behind that left thigh. We're going to reach up through that right arm and then take a little bend over to the left. One more breath. Inhale, coming back up. We're going to come into warrior two and then right into that extended side angle. So again, instead of just bringing that left arm up, bend the elbow, bring that hand by the ear, graze it all the way across, reaching it forward. Finding where you can activate and also finding where you can ungrip. Big difference. Reach, 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 reach through that left arm, opening up that left side body. One more breath here. We're going to bring that left arm forward and then all the way down. We're going to come back into that wide-legged forward fold. So bring that right foot back to align with the left foot. Take a flat back first, inhale, and then exhale, make your way into your fold. Bringing the hands even further back. Maybe you bring them all the way back. And flip the hands so the fingers are facing to the back. Bend the elbows. And think of trying to bring the crown of your head to the floor. Stretching the hamstrings, opening up the back, releasing the neck. And we want to actively press through the outer edges of the feet in this wide-legged stance. And make sure you're not gripping through the toes. Let's take one more breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. And walking the hands back out in front of you. Coming into a flat back. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to walk yourself back towards the top of the mat, coming back into that low lunge, just like we did on the back side. So we're on the ball of the right foot, on the tips of the fingers or palms to the mat, whatever feels good for you here. Draw the shoulders down the back. Actively fire up that right quad. One more full breath in and out. Making our way into our plank. So palms of the hands to the mat, stepping that left leg to meet the right, holding here. Big breath in. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Nicely done. And pausing here. Two more breaths. Rolling onto the balls of the feet, bringing the upper body forward, lower the knees down, and coming into child's pose. So big toes touch, widen the knees to the edges of your mat. Send those hips all the way back. Reach the arms forward. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through the arms, through the back. And either letting the forehead come to the mat or maybe one cheek. And we will take 8 breaths here. So if you are on one cheek, make sure after 4 breaths you switch to the other cheek. Taking a cleansing breath. And bringing the hands back towards you. Pressing yourself up. And just shifting out of this pose, just kind of walk the knees, the thighs in towards one another. Shift over to one hip. Swing the legs out in front. Good. And let's flex the feet. Move the flesh out from the sit bones. Really feel yourself root down through your sit bones. Actively pressing down through the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, coming into a fold here. Reach, 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 reach the arms forward. And then letting the elbows soften. Letting the arms just rest. Maybe you're able to hold on to your feet, to your ankles, or your shins, wherever you're at is perfectly fine. What I just want you to feel for is that you are lifting up out of the low back and reaching forward. Let the head be heavy, dropping the chin into the chest. Breathing into the back. Taking one more breath here. Bring the palms of the hands to your mat by your thighs. Press into the hands as you bring your upper body back up. Relax the legs, soften the shoulders. Take a big breath in, big breath out. And now making our way down to our back. So just send those hips forward, lower yourself down. Let's bring the knees into the chest, taking the knees nice and wide, hands to the knees, and rocking from one side to the next. Send the feet up towards the ceiling, holding on to the backs of your thighs. Point and flex the feet. And rotate through the ankles. Bend the knees, lower your feet back to your mat. And let's just give the wrist a little bit more love. We did work them a little bit today. So just let your arms, your triceps rest on your mat, and just take some wrist rotations here, going one way and then the next. Good. And then we're going to bring the hands back behind the head, interlace the fingers. Let your thumbs just rest along your neck. Lower your head down, let the elbows just open up, and then we're going to come into reclined butterfly pose. So soles of the feet together, just let the knees fall out to the side. Breathing into your belly. Relaxing your jaw. Taking one more breath here. And then releasing the hands. We're going to make our way into Shavasana. So just bring the arms down to the sides of the body. Extend your right leg out, sending the right foot to the right corner of your mat, and then the left foot to the left corner of your mat. Kind of wiggle the shoulder blades down your back. And let everything soften. Taking a cleansing breath. Feeling into your body. Noticing all the fresh, new energy, glow that's occurring and flowing through your body. And just thanking yourself for making this time for you here this morning for your practice, or today, not necessarily this morning, but just for today and for your practice, for your health, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. Thank you for doing this for you. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out. You are welcome to stay here longer if you need. Just pause. Otherwise, let's bring some movement back into the body. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles. Taking a nice lengthening stretch. Reach the arms back behind you. Bring the legs in together. Point through the toes. Reach through the fingers. Stretch one side of the body and then the other. Take an inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, bringing everything into a little ball except for your head. Keep your head rested. Hugging yourself here, taking a few rocks side to side. And rolling over to one side and then making your way up to a seated pose. Beautiful. Resting the hands on the knees or on the thighs, let the shoulders soften. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Palms of the hands together at the heart. Bowing our heads. Thank you so much, my friend, for taking this time for you. May you feel this wonderful sense of new energy flowing through your body. And may you have this radiant glow just manifesting all around you. The light in me sees and honors the beautiful radiant light that shines through you. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much, my friend. If you enjoyed this practice, please give it a like, a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Namaste.